Two hip kicks.
Boom.
Boom.
And it's Finding Your Music Mojo with TC and Don. I'm TC from TKR Video Central. I can't talk today. And this wonderful lady to my left is
Dawn. Hi, guys. I'm Dawn from Two Hip Chicks. Thank you, TC. It's a little chilly here in Michigan, so bear with me. I'm snuggling up here. Snuggling up.
Yeah. This week we're going to do something we have done on an odd occasion before. In the vinyl community, we have these things go around called tags. There's one every year. Somebody comes up with ones for contests, whatever. Steve Carlson decided to torture everybody a couple weeks ago by issuing a world music tag. And I'm like, oh, okay. I've only seen 2 other people, maybe 3, take it on. And I thought we'd do it here. It would be a lot of fun. Although you've told me that you were only able to find like about half of them.
Yeah.
And I got most of them, but not all of them. And I'm cheating on a few of them. But, you know, I'm doing my best here.
I might be cheating on one or two myself.
So there's 15 questions that were asked, all related to world music from Professor Steve Carlson. If you haven't seen his shows, he's awesome. Steve Carlson Vinyl Community is his channel. I'll have a link in the show notes to the original tag. And lots of cool stuff. And I'm bending the rules a bit here. We changed one of the questions because neither one of us had it. And we both have the other one. So in any case, it'll all be a free-for-all for everything.
Adapt and adapt and you shall overcome, I guess. I don't know. There you have it. Why, yes. Hello, Patrick. Hey, buddy. Patrick's
Welcome,
here.
Patrick.
Welcome, buddy. Thank you for joining us. All right, dude. So do you want to give them the list or?
Well, we'll go over the question each one as we go by, and I'll put the full list in the show notes also so you can see it. And with the actual question and our substitute question corrected. But 15 questions. You're supposed to show off what you have. I've got mostly albums. I have a few CDs, 1 digital I will have to show a picture of. And Dawn's got a digital or 2. So we're doing what we can. Starting off with question number 1. One. Reggae album or album influenced by reggae?
You first.
I do not. I have some albums on CD that are not. They're influenced by reggae, but I couldn't find them. But I do have this. It's a 12-inch single that I bought a number of years ago, and it is definitely reggae infused. This is Amazulu and Montego Bay, their cover of the Bobby Bloom hit. This came out in, I believe, 86. Amazulu is a British band specializing in ska and reggae music. And their cover of this is awesome. And it's very reggae. I mean, if you want to get real serious, you could, album influenced by reggae. I don't know if the whole album is that way, but Clapton's I Shot the Sheriff was the first reggae song to hit #1 in America. And that was, Bob Marley. So, but this is what I have: Amazulu, and Montego Bay. I also have 3 CDs by Canadian rapper Snow, who also is influenced by reggae, but I couldn't get to them. And I like him. I think he's great. So that's number 1. You?
He's the guy that did Informer, right? That one?
Yeah.
Snow. Yeah. I had nothing. The best I could come up with some Eddie Grant.
Nothing.
Eddie Grant was the best I could come up with. So there was that. But no, I didn't have an album for that. So there's my first.
I need a Price is Right buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got Rachel came in.
Hey, Rachel.
And
Hi, Mary. Hi,
here.
Myra. Hi, Larry. Hi, Dogsy.
Wow.
Welcome.
Myra?
Um,
Yeah, there you go. Welcome, welcome, guys.
and thank you for coming in from Twitch. We don't get that many people in from Twitch. Um,
Really?
the second question: album or song sung in a different language? I'll let you go first this time because you have actually something.
Well, I can't find the dang CD, but I had the artist and I do have it.
Yeah.
Mary handed it to me because
We are going to assume that if you show the picture, you do have it in your collection somewhere.
oh, thank you, thank you. I'm just going to show a picture of the artist actually. So Mary handed me off because as some of us know, and Rachel knows for sure that I'm trying to learn Spanish, right? So we were joking around, and Mary's going through CDs, and she goes like, "Well, here's Shakira." And as you may be aware, she sings in Spanish. So I think that qualifies. I think,
Yeah.
AKA Bread Company, welcome, hon. Miss you too. I've been checking you out on Instagram and stuff, watching your posts. Great stuff. So yeah, it's Shakira. That's mine.
Yeah.
And I do have it. I just could not find it down here. So it's hiding, but I do have it.
Yep. I have a ton of different language music and different CDs and albums. I only pulled one to show, but I've got stuff in Japanese, German, Dutch, a ton of Spanish stuff. Um, and all of those, the Dutch one and the Japanese one are actually similar because the Japanese one I have is Kyu Sakamoto's Sukiyaki. The Dutch single I have is a Dutch cover of that song.
Ah.
I have Hente, who sings, I believe, in German or Norwegian. I have, of course, ABBA, but they do it in a different language. But I don't have any of those.
Yeah.
I have tons of Spanish. I have several things in other languages. I have one in Slovenian. We'll talk about that later. And this guy, which is partially in English and partially in French. This is Jean's Tears and his album The Game, released in 2023. Jean was a participant in the 20 and 21 Eurovision Song Contest for Switzerland. He came close to winning that second year. An amazing vocalist. Half the song is on here are in English and half of them in French, which is his native language. Great album. It was well worth the money I spent. It came with a whole bunch of extras, artwork and vinyl and everything.
Cool.
That's the box set, and this is what he looks like when he's on stage. He has the makeup and everything, showing the fake tears and stuff. He is just fabulous, and love this album. I don't understand the French stuff. I don't speak French, but hey, it's fun. So my foreign language, sung in a different foreign language, French, is The Game, about half of it by Jean's Tears.
There you go. Now, and also, hey Larry. Larry says 99 Loop Balloons by Nina and Secret Agent Man in Spanish by The Plugs.
Very cool.
On Repo Man soundtrack. That's cool. So yeah, do you count Rock Me Amadeus is sung in a different language?
That's in German.
Too.
Yeah, that's
but
in
it's
German.
45. I didn't even think about singles. I just tried to find albums.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, it's supposed to be albums, but there are songs that were popular and different. Because Japanese, I don't have any albums. I just have the singles. The same with the Dutch. I do have other stuff in French from Renee Simard and Celine Dion too, not just Jean's Tears. So,
Putumayo world music albums are nice to try music usually in different.
I have a couple of those CDs too, and I didn't pull them. So.
But there's a lot out there. It's just that we were scrambling to find what we could fit on this list.
Yep. Hopefully Carlson will enjoy this because it's all different stuff and it's stuff he doesn't have for the most part. I bet.
Yeah.
Number 3, album or song with a tribal beat.
I couldn't find anything.
Okay.
I mean, the only thing I could think of was. Niels, or what do I want to say? No, go ahead. I'll come up with it in a minute.
Okay.
I almost said Neil Sedaka, but that ain't right.
The one I wanted to show.
Is what I was thinking.
Oh, Graceland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I have that one, but I didn't think it would qualify for some reason.
Yeah, because he's technically an American artist, although he does use that native.
It has a beat, and it doesn't really say.
But tribal. What is tribal? Tribal is defined in so many different ways. I have a great album. I couldn't find the CD by an Australian native band called Yothu Yindi. The
Hmm.
song is called Tribal Voice, and their song Treaty was a big hit out of the film Encino Man. Did really well in the dance chart. And I love that album. But the one I do have, this is tribal beats, but it's not the tribal you would normally think of. This is Kodo from Japan. They do native. They're drumming. They're a drumming troupe, and they do all drumming from Japan, and it's really fantastic. This is Heartbeat Drummers of Japan, and this other one I have, which that one I got from you guys in one of your big sales,
I
and
love
this
it.
one is I can't IBUKI is how you is the title of the album, but this was the one I bought several years ago. Their drum beats are just amazing. I love their stuff. It's so
Hmm.
rhythmic and beautiful and just
Interesting.
really a different sound altogether than what you would normally find. So it definitely to me it definitely qualifies as tribal. So album or song with a tribal beat, these two from Kodo from Japan.
Cool. Cool.
I could use them
Um,
for the next one too, but I'm not going to.
oh, okay. I'm just saying. I've seen what. Okay, Binesmith says King Crimson. I'm not sure what that was in reference to, possibly. Hitting. Oh, King Crimson, maybe for the tribal beat.
Could be.
And Christina's here. Welcome, Christina. Thanks for coming in.
Ooh, hi, Christina.
All right. So what are we on next then?
Question 4. Album from the Far East.
Okay, I got one. I love it. Notice how excited I am. I got one.
Yay!
Yay! So this is considered an electronica, but it is from the Far East. This is, and I hope I'm spelling this or saying this right. This is I want to say it right. Don't mispronounce it. A Kanishi. There you go.
Okay.
So that Japanese, that's Far East, I would think.
Yeah.
It's electronica music, but it's pretty good. And so this is from 1999. So we have that one. What do you
Okay,
have,
cool.
sir?
Well, I could use Kodo, but I'm not going to because I found one that we could have more fun with. Even though this is the American pressing, this came out in Japan before it was out in America.
Uh-huh.
They're still the only Japanese rock band to ever hit American stores. Loudness.
Loudness.
Hurricane Eye. This is actually from Kim's collection, not mine. Kim is a
Wow.
huge fan of Loudness. And
I can tell. I've heard her talk. Boom,
here,
ching. There you go.
here is the pictures of the band.
Wow.
And
That's
this
an
was
80s
out in
band.
'84. And technically, as I said, this is an American pressing of their album. But they had several albums out there. They were popular in Japan as well. Heavy metal, Japanese style. And
Wow.
she's a big fan.
Is that
Loudness.
from the 80s or they just have that hair?
'84, I think.
Okay. Because I'm looking at the band going, damn, that's some 80s hair.
I have to blind you for a second. No, '87. Sorry.
Okay.
Way too early. But yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Nice.
Japan
Nice,
by
nice.
way of America.
Larry, I don't think Deep Purple Live in Japan counts, but thank you for playing.
No, that doesn't count. It has to be an actual. I could have used I have a Japanese pressing of Hanson's The Walk. I could have used that, but I'm not going to.
But Larry and I have the same issue. We, probably don't have that many, so it's like we'll pull in anywhere. We'll pull it from
There you
anywhere.
go, Randy. There's a close up of the back
Look
again.
at that hair. Oh my God.
Go over here, the 4 individual guys. Yeah.
They look like a family from that with all that same hair, really. That's a lot of hair.
Minoru Nihara, Akira Takasaki, Masayoshi Yamashita, and Munetaka Higuchi.
That's definitely, yeah. There you go.
Yep.
Yep.
Randy,
All
I'm
right.
glad you like it. Next up, an album that uses a sitar. That's not really that hard if you think about it, because the Beatles used them all the time after they got
Right.
together with Ravi Shankar and all those. But I don't have much of those. I managed to find one though. You did too. You know who does. You have stuff with them.
I have a bunch of stuff with them.
Yeah.
And this album in particular has a lot of well, it had quite a bit of sitar actually. This is the Moody Blues. I did not bring I have the record. I have it on CD. I have it on record. I have a lot of these. So
She's actually shown it on the show before, so she definitely has it.
I do have this album. This is one of my favorites of theirs. This is Moody Blues in Search of the Lost Chord. If you do not have this album, please go out and get it or download it or whatever, because it is amazing. Definitely, I mean, it's an album of its time, but it's you had to be doing drugs, I guess, back in the day to enjoy it. But I enjoy it all the time. So, yeah, it's a great album.
Really?
And it definitely features heavy on the sitar.
What does that say about your recreational usage?
We shall not discuss that in public. No, I make no claims.
I went through my Discogs. I had to go through to just try and find what I had that had a sitar on it, because I have a George Harrison album that does not have sitar, as far as I can see, which is weird. I swear there's sitars on Cracker Box Palace, but there's not. But this one does have one. Colin Hay plays the sitar on Maria, the opening track on side 2 of Men at Work's Two Hearts from 1984.
Really?
All on the screen there as much as I can. This is their third album, was not a big hit in the States. Everything I Need was the last big hit they had, and that came off of this. They were down to a threesome, but I did not know he played sitar. I have some other stuff by Colin too. So
it's like you don't think about it until you're looking for it, I guess, because it's just kind of
I have great song by Lynch Mob, Dream Until Tomorrow, also uses a sitar, but couldn't get to the CD. So
yeah, I know, Randall. That is an amazing album cover on this. Those Moody Blues, their earlier albums had some really cool artwork on them, abstract and kind of deranged, but not bad.
Okay. Number 6, album from Scandinavia, including Denmark and Iceland. Now, we've determined that we had to switch. We had to cheat because Nordic is not Scandinavia, but it's close enough. I'd go for it.
You want me to go for it first?
Sure.
All right. Erland Oye, I believe. Oye. What'd you say it was?
Oye.
Oye, thank you.
If it's pronounced like they use it in the legal profession, it's Oye.
Oye. 2001. So yeah, this he is Nordic or Norway. He's from Norway, and this is as close as I could get. So this is pretty good.
That's not true. You probably got a ton of ABBA in your collection.
Well, yeah, but I do.
I mean, ABBA is Swedish, so they're definitely.
Are you bringing ABBA?
Sweden. No. I could have, but I didn't because I had other stuff.
Okay.
I chose other stuff, but I didn't want to go for the obvious.
Another electronic. You can see where my tastes lie. Electronic for sure on this one as well.
Yep.
So yeah, good album.
Cool. Scandinavia. One artist from the Scandinavian area, although the artist himself is from California, the band is based in Malmö, Sweden, has been sweeping the vinyl community the last couple of years, thanks to Steve Carlson and a few other people. This is the band First Boy on the Moon. This is their first album, self-titled. This is their second album, Cyber Girl. These guys are real. I mean, maybe they'd be close to garage rock. I don't know. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes, but I love these. They're pure out and out, old-fashioned power pop with a slight alternative bent, and I love these guys. Now, they are from Sweden, as I said. However, I did not realize Iceland wasn't covered in Scandinavia. Apparently it is. It is considered Scandinavia. And it gives me a chance to show off one of my favorite dudes. Also from Scandinavia, this is Daddy Freyr, and welcome. This is a 10-inch of his initial album under his own name. This has both Think About Things and 10 Years, the two songs he's best known for in the States, because they were both 2020 Eurovision canceled in 2021. And Think About Things went viral all over the world, including the U.S., and he's sold out 4 tours here so far. He's played He's played. He's going to play Lollapalooza, or did play Lollapalooza, which is just like whoa. Considering he's never had a chart single here, that's pretty amazing. Daddy is awesome, and this is the one of my favorites out of his, off of his. Welcome from Daddy Freyer, who lives in Berlin right now, but he is from Reykjavik, Iceland.
Okay, very good, very cool. Larry says Ravi Shankar at the 1967 Monterey Pop Festival is amazing.
I'm going to do something different. I'm going to be, Mom, he's doing it again.
That one? Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I want proof. I want proof. Patrick. He works it in every time. Every time. Every time. All righty. So then we're so we're on 7 now?
Number 7, yep.
Boy. Album from or influenced by Africa.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I got. All right. This is Cheb Mami from Algeria, which if you look it up, according to TC, it definitely falls into the North African continent. There you go. The African continent, it's North Africa. Let me see. It is from, what year is this from? Hang on a second. 2001. And this is considered, was it RAI? Well, how do you pronounce that?
Rye?
Ra, yeah. That's the type of music this is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that sounds like it's traditional African then.
Yep.
Okay.
So this is the album.
Cool.
So,
I've actually heard of him, so that's good.
Yep.
I have a couple of different things here, completely different styles. Professor Carlson is big into Zamrock, which is rock that came out of Zambia in the 1960s and 70s, I believe. And they released this gentleman's album on Record Store Day, and I thought, wow, okay, Carlson is so high on this, I'm going to buy it. And
why not?
And I really like it. This
There you
is
go.
Viva Ngozi from Paul Ngozi. One of the fathers of Zamrock, and very Hendrix sounding on this album. Really, really good. Good stuff.
Cool.
The other one is, I've got to look up I think it said Tanzania is where this gentleman was born. No, Zambia. Sorry.
Zambia.
He's from Zambia.
Okay.
This is Barry Becker and Kikiyu. It is a CD. Here's the booklet. It's New Age and New Age world music. And I love this album. I always have. Here's the spelling if you want to see the spelling of it there. KPU. Two entirely different styles of African music. And I mean, technically, everybody's got some African music if they have the soundtrack from The Lion King.
True, I guess.
There you go. Okay. Next up.
We'll go for tribal too, I guess. Why not? Why not?
Next up. Album from Australia.
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's where I'm falling short on you, buddy. I'm like,
okay.
Olivia Newton-John doesn't count.
Well, she's an Australian-born artist.
Yes, but her albums did not necessarily.
Well, again, both of these were released. I have the U.S. versions, but they were both released in Australia first because they're both from down under. In fact, one is related directly to the other. I am not a big alternative / grunge fan at all.
Okay.
But I love these guys. I have every one of their albums. I adore them. This is my favorite of all of them, and I got it from iMusic in Denmark a couple years ago when it was on sale. This is Diorama, the 2001 album from Silverchair. Okay. Unbelievable good stuff on this. This is my favorite album. I think it was 2000, and features Across the Night. Very Beatlesque sound to this album. Silverchair came from Australia, and the gentleman in the center on the back there is Daniel Johns. This is his debut solo album, which was released in 2023. Much older than that now, obviously. Don't really get a decent picture of him, but you do get the artwork.
Oh wow.
Another fantastic album. I waited almost a year for this to get here when I pre-ordered it, but it was worth it. Love these guys and love his solo stuff. So Australia is represented by Silverchair and Daniel Johns in my collection.
Well done. Well done. Patrick says Men at Work.
Men at Work is also good.
Now I do have a Men at Work album. I just didn't bring it for whatever reason. Little River Band is from Australia, by the way. Hey.
Yep, they are. Yep.
That's right. That's right. Forgot about that. See? Now we know. Now we know. All right, going back. Let me go back here.
Music from an island nation besides the UK. And Professor Carlson says Australia is a continent, not an island.
Mm-hmm. All I could find for those we discussed, Republic of Ireland is an island.
It's a separate island, and it's not part of the UK.
So I have some Celtic stuff, but these are Celtic artists, and some of them are from, but these are the Windham Hill collection. So, but the artists listed on here are, and you can't read that, but these are legitimate Irish artists, and some of them are from Northern Ireland. So there you go.
Yep.
So that's what I have. I don't have any real Irish. I mean, anything produced and printed pressed in Ireland, but I do have these, and that's all I had.
Well, I bet you. Do you have any Clannad?
Do I have any what?
Clannad or Enya? They're both Irish.
I guess. Yeah, Mary's got a whole ton of Enya. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
All right, Enya. There you go.
That would qualify.
That would. I just never listened.
I also picked one. I picked a couple different things I have here. Also from the Republic of Ireland. This is a 45. Sorry, they haven't done a whole album yet. When they do, I will grab it. This is the Finches. Their 2023 single Glow, and There Will Always Be Shade. I also have some digital, or I did before I lost the drive, had some digital stuff from them. The Finches are a band made up of brothers Ferdia Walsh Pilo and Oisin Walsh Pilo, along with Josh Hackett, and they also have strings and stuff on this album. Ferdia is known as an actor to American audiences. He was the lead in the film Sing Street in 2016. He plays Connor, the hero of that movie. He was also on several episodes of Vikings on A&E. But incredible vocalist this kid is, and this song is great. This is Irish rock. It's Irish rock along the lines of the Pogues, probably, or the Cranberries. Really good stuff. And of course, I can't get by talking about an island nation. I have to follow Professor Carlson's lead. Puerto Rico. Duh. I have so much Menudo in my collection. It's scary. I only pulled this one. I have 7 or 8 other ones.
There's another one I didn't think about. Yeah.
Menudo, this is a Toto Rock, their first RCA International release. I don't have any of the ones released in Puerto Rico on Padosa, unfortunately. They're really impossible to get. But this is back before Ricky Martin was part of the band.
I don't see Ricky on that cover.
Yeah. Ricky would join 2 albums past this. This is right now, this is Ricky Melendez in the top here, Johnny Lozada, Charlie Masso down here, and that's Roy Rosello, and Charlie Masso. So Ray passed away a couple years ago of a heart attack, and Roy is where all the craziness is coming from in the Melendez case. So we won't bring that up, or Menendez case.
And nobody's getting any younger, because they were a lot younger.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's my islands, Republic of Ireland and Puerto Rico.
All right.
I'm freely going to admit, I know you don't have this one. Music from or inspired by the Middle East. Include Turkey and Iran, as they like to mess in politics.
Israel is part of the Middle East.
Yes, it is.
I have something.
You do? Awesome.
Yeah.
You did say 11. Yes, you did say 11.
I do. Ofra Haza. Ever heard?
Yeah.
There you go. She's Israeli. And I have actually 3 of hers. Check it out. Most of it's electronic. Some of it is, she does a folky kind of thing too. More folk than I think folkish. So I would definitely suggest picking any of these 3 up. They're very good. So
Cool.
that one I did have. It's the rest of them I'm really suffering on.
Okay,
so
cool. Unfortunately, I could not find a full album from those areas, but I can cheat a little bit because everybody knows I am a huge Eurovision fan, and Israel is a participant in the Eurovision Song Contest. This is from 2024. It includes Eden Golan's song "Hurricane." From last year. I did have a full Netta album on digital, but I don't have that anymore because I lost it in the crash. I'm hoping it's still around here somewhere.
Not the stock market crash, the great hard drive crash.
The great hard drive crash of 2023 and 2024. But yeah, they're the only country. Turkey used to be in Eurovision, but they dropped out a few years ago. So they're the only one I can think of that's actually in the Middle East that's represented at Eurovision. And for those of you who want proof, it's side B, song number 1, Israel, Eden Golan.
Yep. There you go. Hey, keep that album handy. That'll work for a bunch of them, as they say. That might come in handy for a few more.
Music from a very cold country?
Again, I couldn't come up with anything really.
I mean, technically, anything from Canada would have probably sufficed.
Anything from Canada would have worked. Anything from Switzerland would have worked. Anything, Right now, I'm in Michigan. Anything from the United States would have worked. But I beg off, and I'm not going to do that. But I didn't have one for that.
Okay, I went back to my boy here. Iceland is very cold. Daddy Fryer, I made an album. This is from 2023. This has his follow-ups to all the Eurovision stuff on it. Really good stuff. If you watch my channel, you've heard me talk incessantly about this gentleman. I actually passed up the chance to see him live a couple of times because we just don't feel comfortable doing that yet. But he's played. He did load video of his Boston show, and it was absolutely phenomenally fun. He's just really great to watch. If you like electronica pop, which is what he does, then there's a reason he's become explosively popular, and I absolutely think he's a musical genius. He really is. Daddy Freyr from Iceland by way of Berlin, and I made an album from 2023.
Nice.
Okay.
Good one.
Here we're going to cheat, and I'm going to openly admit it, because we neither one have any garage rock albums.
No.
We're not, but we do have a category that Steve forgot, and show an album from continental Europe. There's plenty of other, or Asia. We didn't get into Asia. This is Europe. It's this gentleman is from Poland, I believe, or Czech Republic. He's from somewhere in Europe.
Okay.
And you have this as well. I know you have this because I'm the one that talked you into buying it. This is Marcin.
You got the album too, finally.
Yeah, Marcin, Dragon in Harmony. This is my number 1 album of 2024. It is acoustic flamenco rock guitar. It is freaking amazing.
It is.
And I love Marcin Patrolak is his full name. Yep. I can't remember. This was manufactured in the Czech Republic. He's either from Chechnya or he's up one of those countries up there. Poland, one of those. He went to school, and I first saw him when he was going to school in the States, and he auditioned for America's Got Talent. He was amazing then. He was 18. He's 24 now and making unbelievable music. My album from continental Europe, Marcin and Dragon in Harmony.
Yeah, I can't say enough about that album. I'm glad you turned me on to it because it's amazing. It's just amazing.
The fact that almost everything is done by him. The percussion is done on his guitar.
Yeah.
It's like, holy cow.
So guys, go check him out on YouTube. He's got videos up, and you can
I will have links to all of this stuff. At some point, we'll have a playlist up. Yep. Mostly mine, apparently. Favorite album.
Larry said Australian band Easy Beats and Flash in the Pan. Malcolm Younger's brother George. Both
Okay.
bands have great songs. Great,
Cool.
nice. Easy Beats, Easy Beats. I'll check that out. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Favorite
Sorry.
album from another country excluding the US, UK, and Canada.
Well, um, I would. Well, I mean, the one you just showed is like right now.
Yeah.
Until something better comes along, is one
Yeah.
of my favorite. Absolutely.
So Marcine for you, okay?
Yep.
I could put that there too. I could put Dottie Frere there. I
Yeah.
could put. I mean, I love Dottie Frere. I love him, but there's an act I have truly adored since they first hit the scene about 10 years ago, and they continue. This again. This is actually the European pressing, so it's actually from Europe.
There you
Although
go.
the American pressing is out there too,
There
and
you
it
go.
does have an extra song on it. So that's one reason I got it. But there is, to me, I actually named the gentleman who's the lead vocalist for this group as part of my Mount Rushmore of all-time vocalists. He is that good. This is my favorite album from another country, excluding US, UK, and Canada. It is from Denmark's Lucas Graham. It is called the Pink Album, and we'll do this so we don't get censored. Because the America can't handle boobies.
There you
See, it's
go.
boobies. They have
Wow,
the
so much
same
for that not censoring. Yeah, that
Yeah,
worked.
they have the same album cover for all four of their albums, but it's a different shade. One's brown,
Mhm.
one's pink, one's purple, and one is I think it's off green. And they have a new album coming out. It'll
Blue or
probably be the
something.
same thing. Um, this album, which is from January 2023, I love all their stuff, but this album just blew me away. It has, um, of course, they haven't had a radio hit here since 7 years, 10 years ago. Love Somebody got some airplay, but not much. But this album, full of new stuff. One, I mean, never. He has a way of singing. His voice and his lyrics. Lucas Forchhammer is his name. Um, he can send me into tears without any problem. And One by One, which talks about missing people after they're gone, it closes this album. I was a freaking basket case when I heard it the first time. Um, I love this gentleman. I love all four of their albums, and this, well, three in America. The fourth one is mostly was pushed into this first American album along with some other tracks. But I love this guy and these guys. Lucas Graham, my favorite album, the Pink Album from another country.
Very cool.
Okay, this one I got to actually pull up a web page or a picture for. Because I don't have I have the digital copy. I was able to re-download it from Amazon, thankfully. But it is an album. What's that? What I wanted?
So on the Lucas Graham, they had the 4 different covers for the 4 albums, right?
Yeah.
The same one, and then wasn't there a self-titled again album? But it's like him and a kid in front of that piece of artwork. I'm looking at the images.
That's the American cover.
Oh,
the American censored cover of the first album. Yeah.
That's the American
blue album.
cover.
The blue album there is the first cover. And you've got notice he's positioned to cover the boobies.
Noticed, yeah. You're right.
Yeah. That's the album with 7 years on it.
And there's more albums here, but this says it came from Europe, but it was the Americanized one. Okay.
That's the American copy. That's the American cover. All of their albums have been in slipcovers with little pictured holes in it because the American public can't handle boobies. Okay, whatever. And I know we're going to get an over 18 for this because I bring up the word boobies.
There you go. Hey, Card Shop, welcome. They're giving us a thumbs up for boobies. Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Yay. This album falls under the last category in the thing, an album title or a group whose name is hard to pronounce.
Pick one.
2 bands from before he started doing solo stuff, Mixophrygian and Gagamanadid are the 2 bands that Daddy Frere was in front of earlier.
You got it out.
Yeah, those 2 I learned how to say them. Gagamanadid is the performance art group that appeared at Eurovision. It's himself, his sister, and another singer, and his wife, and two other friends that just do the fake instruments, and it's fun to watch them. Um, the album, the group name is hard to pronounce, is this one. This is
And he's going to give it a shot, guys, so bear with him.
LPS, which stands for last Pizza Slice, but they don't use it very often. And the album is in Slovenia, and it's called Pokakaj.
Pokakaj is what it looks like to me, yeah.
It means wait for me in Slovenian. I first tuned into these guys when they were also representing their country, Slovenia, in the 2021 Eurovision Song Contest. Most of them were still in high school at the time. They're now in their early 20s. This is their debut album, and it is phenomenally good. And I don't understand a word of Slovenian. But they actually did release their Eurovision Song Disco in English, and they have recorded a few songs in English because they do speak fluent English, but they don't record in it much.
So you're saying the title's hard to pronounce, and of course singing the words are hard as well because it's all in Slovenian.
You can tell how much I listened to them when 3 of their songs made the top 10 on the Kirkham Report's Power Tracks 50 during its run last year. So, yeah, I love their stuff. And all of the songs are on the album, too, which is really good.
We're doing it.
So that brings us to the end of the actual world music survey. But
thanks, Steve.
What do we huh?
Thanks, Steve. Still, it was his list, right?
Right.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
World music is so encompassing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you really don't. Sometimes you have world music and you don't know it. I have a ton of world music on CD because it's all come in new age style. Yeah. Some of it's from France. I have a Tomas San Miguel. I think he's from Spain, but he does an instrument called liazo, which is very accordion-like. I love that album, and it's Spanish music technically. I have tons of albums in tons of other languages, and tribal beats and everything else. What about the gallery out there? What do you guys have? Do you have anything that would qualify as world music? I'd like to know. A lot of it. Andreas Vollenweider would be world music because he is from Sweden.
Yeah.
Norway. He's Nordic. He's from Norway.
Well, he would definitely qualify. Because, I mean, and I've got a bunch of stuff that I've collect, like the Weird Album stuff I've got, and I've got a bunch of German albums. I got a bunch of polkas. I didn't want to bring any of that because it's not really in my collection, right?
No, but all of that is technically from Minnesota, though, isn't it?
Polka? Oh no. Well, it's still
Minnesota, Michigan, and Wisconsin.
Some of these are German pressings, so.
Oh, okay.
Full on polka, baby.
Okay, that's hardcore, serious polka. Yeah.
Yeah. Hardcore polka.
Well, didn't you sell me some polka thing?
I might have.
Not one night that I just thought was hilarious.
God knows I tried. Vampire. Master of the Pan Flute.
Duh, Yanni. Yanni is from Greece. Absolutely world music. And Vangelis. And
Vangelis,
Zamfir, I'm not sure where he's from, but he does play popular stuff, but I don't think he's from America. So
I think I have the soundtracks from Chariots of Fire. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's world music, right?
Absolutely. I think it would be.
Exactly. How about
Bossa Nova? Oh, we did. We skipped right over that one, didn't we? We did. We skipped right over 9 because I couldn't find it. Number 9, question number 9. Album from South America or music inspired by the continent?
Oh, yeah.
The only thing, thank you for bringing that up, Randy. I would have totally forgot it. I have a CD of Guts Gilberto, the album that came out in 1964 with Girl from Ipanema on it. I bought it last year, and for the life of me, I can't find it anywhere. It's in one of these boxes over here waiting to be re-ripped. But I love that album, and I love that song. I love Astrud Gilberto's voice. And that was thoroughly based on bossa nova and samba rhythms. It's fantastic. It's a reason it's a classic. So, and bossa nova,
Bossa
yeah,
Nova
I
is
would say
world
is
music.
world music. Absolutely,
Hmm.
any kind of a Latin beat has. You know, there's a great channel on YouTube. I can't remember off the top of my head, but he does number ones from every year, and he does them around the world wherever he can find the listings.
Oh
And he
wow.
always includes Europe and China and Japan and Latin America. And I've heard a lot of that stuff for the first time, and I'm like, wow, I want to check these out. I'll have to
And
find the channel and put in a link to it because it shows up for me under English, but when Kim pulls it up, it's in Spanish. So it's an interesting thing for the.
hmm,
I don't know how YouTube does that, but they do it. I think it's
like
called Top Retro Hits on mine, but hers is some long phrase for
she
it.
have her
So
main language is in Spanish,
no,
perhaps.
she doesn't.
That's weird.
She
And
also
thanks to you. Now I'm going to have the girl from Ipanema stuck in my head for the rest of the
that's a
evening.
great song. It is
Thank
a
you.
great song, a classic.
It's not that great, but yes. Okay.
Oh yes, it is. That's my childhood you're talking about there. Don't tell me it's not great.
Not dissing your childhood, buddy. It's just it's not a song I want to go to sleep to. You know what I'm saying? There you go.
Okay.
Girl from it's lovely. Which is your favorite version?
Oh, the original.
The original, of course. Okay.
I have a great instrumental version by a gentleman I found online. He does it on YouTube. He's just doing a cover of it, and it's got guitar, really, really good too.
Very
I have a
cool.
lot of Japanese stuff on guitar too. I've been finding a lot of. I've been looking for Japanese metal on guitar, and I
Hmm.
found a few artists online that are mostly on YouTube that are just phenomenally good that play Satriani style music or whatever, and all original stuff, and it's just really fantastic. Unfortunately, they don't have any albums out, so I couldn't show anything.
I know, right? That sucks. How about everybody else? We got a few. So, what do you want to do the next show about, buddy?
I don't know. It's your show. Do you call? I think it's your call. I kind of forced the world music on you, so
Yeah, that's okay though. It made me, it stretched my boundaries there for sure. I would like to know what the audience would like to talk about next show. Anybody who's here and would like to discuss music styles, music related topics, what are you interested in? What do you want to
yeah.
talk about?
I will warn everybody that it won't be much longer before TC's annual obsession will start, because
That's true.
the national finals are starting and songs are coming out. So everybody knows I'll be talking about Eurovision for months on end.
That's true. Gird your loins, kids, because he's going to be talking about them. That's okay because last year was fun. I mean, I kind of
Yeah,
got
and then this year we can't put any clips in the show though because we got like buzzed
Boy,
for
did
it.
we get
So
nailed for that. Jeez. That sucked too because
yeah,
we
it
were
did too
trying
because
to
it
promote. Why
promoted.
can't we
Yeah,
promote people? No, they don't like that. They didn't like
yeah.
that at all.
I want to do reaction videos to all the songs, and I know they won't get. They're fine with them coming out of Europe, but when somebody out of America does them, they always get flagged. So I'm
That
not
seemed
even
fair
going
to
to
you.
try. Yeah,
No.
it's just the way they do, the way they operate it. So
What I think
what
you
are you
should
going to
do is
do?
do a watch along because it's aired live, right?
Yeah, it is. I
And then
tried that. I tried that. Nobody came.
nobody came. You had a party and nobody showed up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nobody showed up. But and of course, that was the semifinals, and they're on in the middle of the afternoon in the
Well,
U.S.
that is a
So
little tough for some people. Yeah,
yeah, it's
I'll give
three
you that.
o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon for the all of them. So it's kind of crazy, but it's always fun, and we can watch them live or in replay on Peacock. So hopefully they'll continue to
True,
carry it
true,
this year.
true. All right. Well, so fill everybody in on how your week's coming together because I know you've had to cut back on a few things while you're trying to rebuild your.
Well, I am trying. I had a major. For those of you who don't know, I had a major drive disaster the day after Christmas. My media drive completely died, and when I took it in to get it fixed, they weren't able to only transfer about 10% of it. I lost nearly everything I had. So right now, I'm just kind of slowly taking stock of everything, getting things re-downloaded that I had. I'm going to start ripping the CDs by the end of the week, and I've got over 1,000 to do. I am At this point in time, I have managed to grab everything from Amazon, everything from Bandcamp, and everything. I checked. I don't haven't got it ripped yet, but all but one artist I have on CD. I did buy the CD when I bought stuff from Pledge Music, which went out of business a few years ago. So the only thing I'm going to be missing there is the Dweezil Zappa stuff I bought. Everything else I have CDs and I'll be able to rip those. Um,
That sucks.
but I lost most of my e-music stuff because a lot of it was downloaded when they had a license with Universal Music. They stopped that 12, 15 years ago. So I lost all my Manilow, all my Carpenters, all of that stuff. A bunch of popular stuff, but I still have a bunch of stuff from them that I can still re-download. But the way they have it set up is going to be a long, tedious process, so I'm leaving it for last. And then I found all my production music, yay, which is nice. So I'm ripping that right now and getting those moved over.
That's good.
So hopefully I'll be back up to Steam slowly in the next 2 to 3 weeks, at least with a few things. And I have tried, flashback tracks and radio retro countdown. I have kept those going. Saturday Night Disco Party I've kept going. Working on a new show that'll be a companion show to that coming soon. And we'll see what happens.
You guys are going to want to check that out when he gets it out there. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil, but it sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
for me anyway.
Hopefully it will be.
Hopefully it should be good. It should be good. I think it'll be great. Actually, that's just me.
Yeah.
So
what are you guys doing? You have
we're doing our normal thing.
Yeah.
We're just doing our normal stuff. Every Tuesday and Thursday at noon Eastern time is Chick Chat, as you guys know, and Thursdays it's estate sale bingo. On Tuesday evenings at 7, what are we doing? Well, TC's going to play it right now. I learned not to do that first because we end up canceling each other out. So we do Whatnot on Tuesday evenings at 7. Please come on, check that out.
Whatnot, woohoo! I'm the motto
and
here,
everything is up. Everything's loaded up and ready to go. I have not put up the Mystery 45. There will be a Mystery 45 coming as well, but I have not put that on the list yet. But you wouldn't be able to look at that anyway ahead of time because it's a mystery.
Right.
Yeah. So come check that out. We're doing a couple giveaways. We're doing a couple of pylons, which is a good way to get some good music cheap. There you go. If you like 45s, there you are. And then we're on Johnny's show on Wednesday, Hump Day Auction. And I think that's it. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think I'm forgetting anything.
Well, it comes to sales stuff, but you've also got your 45 random replay and all that stuff going on.
I'm probably not going to, unless I can find a decent weird album for Wednesday, I'm not going to have a weird album this week. But I will be doing the album play and the random 45 plays again. So Sunday and Friday, look for those at noon Eastern.
Yeah. Random 45 plays are always fun because you're actually hearing her test the songs she sells on Whatnot. So
and other stuff too. I mean, I've been banking a few of them, but there's been a lot of cool records. And sometimes you hear a pop or a snap but hopefully no skips. But it is kind of cool because it's just an assortment of random stuff. So there you go. Fun.
All righty. Well, then I think we'll just mosey on out a few minutes early.
Okay.
I'm hoping we were able to stretch that a little longer, but we couldn't.
No, well, we're early this time. We've run late before, so there you go.
Yeah, we have. But I hope everybody enjoyed it, and we'll come up. If anyone out there would like to come on and talk music, get in touch with myself or with Dawn. You can do that through either one of us, and we'll see what we can do. We've had Patrick on. We had Beth at Miss 80s Movies and Music on a few months ago. Ben from Oddity Archive was on with us a few months ago. So definitely, if you'd like to come on and talk music, we'd love to hear you. Love to have
Larry, Larry, you're out there. Larry likes music. Think about it, Larry. Get a hold of us, buddy. All right. Anybody else? Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. We will see you this week on the YouTubes, as they say, and maybe the Whatnots.
Yep. So until next time, I'm TC, TKR Video Central.
And I'm Dawn from Two Hip Chicks.
And we will see you in 2 weeks.
Peace out, bud.
Bye.